this is Russ. Hey, here's a friendly reminder for you. Now, many of you guys probably dropped the level of your batteries for the winter. Yeah, if you're not riding for the winter, you might have taken the advice of taking the 100% battery charge level and dropped it down to maybe 70%, something like that. Yeah, it's time to check out your batteries. Yeah, if you have it still on the bike itself, sometimes the bikes do kind of drain the battery a little bit. Yeah, sometimes there's things that are still running in there. You don't think it is, but it actually is. Now, other batteries don't. Some of them actually will shut down on you if you don't have the usage of the bike. I'll give you an example. Several of the lectric models that I have, if you try to start the battery or start the bike by pushing the power button, the battery won't start. Yeah, it'll be like totally dead. Okay, so in that case, you have to push the power button that's on the battery first, wake up the battery, and then you can push the power button on the bike itself, and then it'll actually work. Okay, so some of them will go to sleep, others won't. Some will continue working. Yeah, there's certain things sometimes on some bikes that will continue to drain the battery. Okay, I'll give you an example. I have the Freedare Eden bike. Remember the Freedare Eden? Yeah, the Freedare Eden actually has stuff on there where it will send you a text message if somebody's messing with your bike. Yeah, well, think about it. What's powering that? Yeah, your battery is still powering it. Okay, and I found that if I left the battery in the bike, and I haven't touched the bike for, let's say, a month and a half, whatever. Yeah, I might find that my battery power has gone down some. Yeah, because it's still running, right? It's still actually running that device there, that circuit that will send you that text message saying somebody's messing with your bike. Okay. Check your bikes. I had another bike too, the Electric Bike Company Model S. Remember that bike? Yeah, that was custom made for the Russ's Ride channel. Remember that one? Yeah, the beach cruiser. Yeah, that one would drain the batteries too. Yeah, I'm not really sure why it would drain the batteries, but if you don't touch the bike for a while and then you go and try to ride the bike, you'll find that it's not at 100%, which is where I left it. It had already dropped some. Yeah, so something in there also seems to drain the battery. So if you have bikes that have certain features that happen, when you're not on the bike, it's still draining your battery. All right. So I just wanted to give you a quick heads up. Go and check your batteries. Yeah, if you haven't touched your bike in a while, turn it on, see where it's at. Okay. You may have to top it off a little bit, but if it goes down to a certain percentage, it's not a real big deal, but doesn't hurt to find out. All right. There's nothing wrong with these things. It's just that they have features on the bike, and sometimes those things will drain the battery a little bit. Other bikes don't seem to do that. Other bikes, I could leave that battery on the bike and just let it hang out for months. Turn it back on, still at 100%, or wherever it was, when I left it. So, find out what your batteries are doing on your bike. Sometimes people haven't done this before, right? Kind of surprises you sometimes. He's like, wow, how did that go so far down? Okay, it does happen, okay? Now, for those who have actually taken the batteries off their bike, should that be draining? Yeah, that's a good question. Some of them do, some of them don't. I don't know if there's a self-discharge or what. If you know more about batteries, let me know. Is there a self-discharge happening on lithium-ion batteries, even when nothing's connected to it, right? I don't think it should, but let me know if you know, okay? What other things should we be checking during the winter months? Well, I've already told you before, you should be lubing the chain and all that kind of stuff. It's a good time to actually double-check everything. Yeah, you give it a couple more months, it'll be back to the point where you can be riding your e-bike again, if you haven't been riding through the winter. Some of the guys have told me, too, that they are riding through the winter months, okay? Now, for you guys, you should be cleaning your bike every single time. Yeah, I mean, if you're going through wet situations, let's say you got snow or let's say you got rain, yeah, you should be cleaning your bike constantly. You don't want those things to be eating away at the bike components. Yeah, especially things like the derailleur and the chain and your your gears in the back, on the hub motor and everything like that. You got to be careful of those things. Others have told me, well, my bike is aluminum. I don't have to worry too much about it. I would still clean it off. It doesn't hurt to clean it off if you've been splattering things. Yeah. So that's basically my tip for the day. Yeah, check the batteries. The batteries are kind of important. Check it. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to look at it, okay? Some people put their bike away, they never touch it again until springtime, until it's time to go riding again. It doesn't hurt to double check your batteries. All right, hopefully this has helped you guys a little bit. I just wanted to at least touch base with you guys. Yeah, I'm still not out riding yet. Weather's going to get a little bit worse this week for us here in the Midwest. I checked the weather reports, and it said that the Chicago area might get about an inch or so within the week. That doesn't mean it's all coming down at one time, but they said there's a potential of snow up to maybe about an inch within a week's time period. So yeah, I'm not going out there anytime soon. But yeah, a couple bikes have come in. Yeah, I mentioned two of the electric bikes have come in, the Expedition 2.0 and the X Peak 2.0. Well, I rode those bikes already in Arizona, but I'm really waiting to take my own samples out, give it a test here in the Chicago area. So those are still sitting here. And then two more bikes came in from another manufacturer that I had worked on before. I can't tell you anything more about it other than that I have two more that's in the house. And again... I won't be able to ride those for a while. They know about it. I mentioned to them that it's the weather's just not the greatest for me here, and they understand. But those other bikes will be released soon, so you'll be able to see at least what it is. But I won't be able to ride them at least. But I could do an introduction video, when the final release date actually happens. So stay tuned, and I do know of at least one or two other e-bike companies that will be having new models coming out. I don't know when theirs will come in, but I don't want them stacking up. But it's starting to happen now. Yeah, it's stacking up. Yeah, I mentioned before that I had bikes in the living room, the dining room, the office space, the garage. They've now moved also into the family room too. So if any more come in, yeah, we're going to be stacked in there as well. So anyway, that's about it for today. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Hopefully you can get out and start riding as well. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Go to the More From Russ channel if you haven't done it before. Take a look to see what else I have to talk about, because there's things health-wise for me that I've talked about over there. You may not know what's been going on with me, but yeah, I've had some health issues, and I discussed those things over at the More From Russ channel, as well as other topics too, sometimes e-bike related topics. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time.